Before Ozzy Osbourne became the Prince of Darkness, he was a homeless musician no one believed in. But there was one secret from those streets that he never forgot, and it changed a life forever. Before we begin, if you love deep emotional rock stories, subscribe to our channel Voices of Darkness right now. Hit like and share this video with your friends who love real music stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. The homeless musician Ozzy Osbourne never forgot the secret that changed a life forever. Night fell slowly over Birmingham, England. The streets were cold, wet, and unforgiving, just like the world Ozzy Osbourne was learning to survive in. Long before the stadium lights, before the screaming crowds, before the name Ozzy Osbourne echoed across generations, there was only a skinny boy with torn shoes, shaking hands, and a voice nobody wanted to hear. People walked past him every day. Some laughed, some mocked, most didn't even see him. Ozzy was invisible. He slept in abandoned corners, doorways that smelled of rust and rain. Sometimes under broken bridges, where the wind howled like a warning. His stomach often ached from hunger. But what hurt more was the silence after singing his heart out and hearing nothing back. No applause, no encouragement, no hope, just the sound of coins not dropping. But Ozzy kept singing, not because he believed he'd be famous one day, he didn't. Not because he thought music would save him, he doubted it often. He sang because it was the only thing that reminded him he was still alive. A voice born from pain. Ozzy's childhood was not kind. He grew up poor, surrounded by struggle, violence, and constant fear of becoming nothing. School didn't help. Teachers didn't help. Society didn't help. Music was his escape. Late at night, when the city slept, Ozzy would hum melodies to himself. Songs filled with pain, anger, and confusion. Songs about being unwanted. Songs about darkness. Songs about survival. One night, soaked from rain and shivering, Ozzy stood near a closed pub with an old, borrowed microphone plugged into a weak speaker. His voice cracked as he sang, but there was something raw in it, something real. A few people stopped, not because it was perfect, but because it was honest. Then one man stepped forward, the stranger with no name. He wasn't rich, he wasn't powerful, he wasn't famous. He was just an older man in a worn coat, hands rough from work, eyes tired from life. He listened, really listened. When Ozzy finished singing, expecting laughter or silence, the man did something unexpected. He clapped, slowly, respectfully. Then he reached into his pocket, not for money, but for a piece of folded paper. "Don't stop singing," the man said quietly. "The world breaks people like you, because it's afraid of voices like yours." Ozzy didn't fully understand the words, but he felt them. Before leaving, the man pressed the paper into Ozzy's hand and walked away into the fog. Ozzy opened it later that night. Inside was a short note. "If you survive this life, remember those who didn't." There was no name, no address, just that sentence. Ozzy kept that paper. He didn't know why, but something told him never to lose it. From streets to stages, years passed. Ozzy clawed his way up from nothing. Rejection followed him like a curse. Bands failed. People doubted him. Doors closed. But slowly, painfully, things changed. Black Sabbath was born. The sound was dark, heavy, honest. The same darkness Ozzy had lived through poured into the music, and the world listened. Fame arrived like a storm. Money, tours, chaos, addiction. But even at the height of madness, Ozzy never forgot where he came from. That folded paper stayed with him, sometimes in a wallet, sometimes tucked inside a jacket, sometimes hidden in a drawer backstage. A reminder, the secret Ozzy never spoke about. Decades later, long after Ozzy became a legend, something happened that no headlines ever covered. One evening, after a massive concert, Ozzy asked his driver to stop near an old, forgotten street. The crew was confused. "This place, I know it," Ozzy said. He stepped out alone. The street looked different, but the feeling was the same. Cold, silent, heavy. Then he heard it, a voice, weak, broken, but familiar. A young homeless musician sat near a wall, guitar missing strings, singing to no one. Ozzy froze. The past slammed into him. Same hunger, same pain, same ignored voice. Ozzy listened. When the song ended, Ozzy walked forward. The boy didn't recognize him. Ozzy knelt down and asked softly, "Why do you sing?" The boy shrugged. "Because if I stop, I disappear." Ozzy's hands trembled. He reached into his pocket and pulled out the folded paper. The same note, worn, faded, still alive. Ozzy placed it in the boy's hand. "Someone once gave me this," Ozzy said. It saved me when nothing else did. Then Ozzy did more than give money. He paid for the boy's food, found him shelter, connected him with music teachers, bought him a real guitar. But most importantly, he stayed in touch, quietly, privately, no cameras, no interviews, no credit, because some secrets are not meant for applause. A life changed forever. That boy didn't become famous. He didn't become rich, but he survived. He became a music teacher. He helped other broken kids. He passed the message forward, and Ozzy never spoke publicly about that night. But those closest to him say that after that encounter, Ozzy changed, softer, more reflective, more grateful, because legends are not defined by how high they rise, but by who they lift on the way up. The truth behind the darkness: people see Ozzy Osbourne as chaos, madness, darkness, but they forget this truth. Darkness doesn't create monsters, it creates survivors. And Ozzy survived so others could too. If this story touched your heart, if you love Ozzy Osbourne and what he represents, share this video right now with your friends. Like this video to support real storytelling. Subscribe to our channel Voices of Darkness. Help us complete our 1,000 subscribers target. Now prove your love. You know what to do, because voices from the darkness deserve to be heard.